Right, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and welcome back to another first ride review. Oh wow, look at that, nice Lotus. Nice. Today we are with a 2019 Triumph Speed Triple 1050. So this is a very beautiful bike, a lot of nice technology on it, a lot of nice bits. You can kind of get a little glimpse of the carbon fibre. So yeah, let's take a look around the bike, then we will go through the stats, then get on the road and see how she is. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. Right, so as for the stats on this bike, this of course has a 1050cc triple engine, which has a really unique sound to it, which you will hear when we get on the road. It has a wet weight of around 212 kg, top speed of 150 mile an hour, and it has around about 148 brake horsepower, so it is by no means a slouch. So yeah, let's take a little raw look around the bike. As you can see, it looks really good. I love the single-sided swing arm, these carbon fibre arrow end cans, and the way you can just see the kind of pipe work throughout the bike looks really awesome. It's also got a host of carbon fibre on it. We've got some carbon fibre there, carbon fibre on the front mudguard there, and yeah, it's a very premium looking bike. Triumph's build quality is always top notch. They do details really nicely, like even just the kind of upholstery on the seat looks really clean. All these little subtle touches, like the Triumph logo there, a nice triple cap there with the logo, but a nice bit of carbon fibre on it. All the buttons and everything are always very premium feel with Triumph as well. So they do that really well. Yeah, this is an awesome looking bike. Front end on them is a bit kind of you either love it or you hate it. I think they look quite cool. Naked bikes are never the most beautiful bikes, but well, in terms of the front headlights anyway. But that does not by any means take away from the looks of this bike, because it looks absolutely amazing. I love the side profile on it, and the paint looks very premium as well. So yeah, it's a really nice looking bike. Right, so let's take a little look through the dash. As I said, this bike's got a lot of technology. Obviously keyless. I'm not the biggest fan of keyless, as I've spent about 10 minutes trying to figure out how to turn the thing on. Almost had to reset the bike. I think the fob might be low, which is the problem. Like I did say, you do still have the key, which you have to use for the fuel cap, which is a little weird. But yeah, this bike has a host of technology on it, which I will show you. Obviously, it's got plenty of rider modes. So we have a rider, which is kind of your custom, so you can select your personalized options for traction control, that kind of thing. Got a rain mode, road mode, sport mode and track mode, so a lot of plenty of modes. Also on bike setup we have a few different options. So we've got something called shift assist. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Obviously this is not my bike, so yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It's got different indicator options, so there's auto basic, auto advanced and manual. I believe that's kind of, it will automatically turn them off like a car would. Don't quote me on that. Again, this is my first time ever riding this bike, so I'm not 100% sure. Obviously you can disable ABS if you want, which is a nice bonus because a lot of bikes don't have that. And obviously TC as well, which we are definitely going to be leaving on with it not being my bike. Trips, different display setups, you know, theme, brightness, language, all that kind of thing. You can do lap timers, and yeah, there's a lot on this bike. And I must say, the switch gear on Triumphs is always really nice. All the buttons have a nice feel to them all the time. This one also has some heated grips, which is a nice bonus, and it's also got these Triumph accessory bar end mirrors. The left one could do with a bit tightened, so excuse that in the video. Right, so we will give her a listen. Obviously, they are not too much louder than the stock, but you still get a good noise, and the noise of this bike is quite unique. Now, the awkward thing is, you have to hold the clutch in on this bike, so unfortunately, I'm not really able to point the camera at the exhaust or the start up. It's a really unique sound to this actually, which is quite nice, because obviously it is a triple cylinder, as is my Tracer 9, but this has a really unique sound for it. And I do take it back, those end cans are quite a bit louder than stock, which is really nice. Obviously this is a very high spec bike. Rear dampener, got the Öhlins forks, Brembo brakes, and yeah, it's kind of a very perfect road package. So we will jump on now and see how it is to ride. As always, GoPro died, DJI, please sponsor me for a new camera. So finally, we will try and jump on again. I always forget, clutch in. There we go. Okay, this sounds really good. It's such a unique noise. You'll have to excuse that mirror, it is a bit loose. Yeah, let's get on the road. Wow, this thing sounds awesome. Bit of a blind bend here. Good to go. Yeah, as I was saying, immediately when you jump on this bike, it just feels so smooth and pleasurable to ride. This is kind of the perfect for the road, I feel like, because the power delivery is just perfect in every aspect of riding you could want to do. If you want to have a long journey or a commute to work where you're not wanting to go quick, you just want to chill, it's so docile, smooth and chilled out to ride, and it's so easy to get along with. The clutch feels easy as anything. You don't really feel that it's 212 kg either. It feels incredibly maneuverable, and the power delivery just allows you to cruise so nicely. But the power delivery is also amazing when you get on it like this. And yeah, this bike would definitely wheelie. Obviously traction control is stopping me there, and it's not my bike, so I'm not going to be turning that off. But this bike would definitely do some incredible wheelies. And yeah, the power delivery is just beautiful on this bike. It's so smooth and linear. That is what is amazing about triples, is they have so much nice low end torque, but they also do have a bit of that kind of top end rush. So I mean, in terms of cylinder size and feel, they are kind of a middle ground between twins and four cylinders. And obviously Triumph are the expert when it comes to triples, so yeah, you're not going to get much better than this. And obviously being a 1050cc, it's very fast. It does have a very similar feel, honestly, to the speed triple, the speed triple, this is the speed triple, the street triple, I always get it mixed up, which is obviously the 765 is the latest one. I've had quite a bit of time on that bike, and this does feel very similar in terms of nimbleness, the way it feels to ride, the handling, and obviously it's just got a bit more up there. This obviously is a bit of an older speed triple, so 150 horsepower. I think the street triple was about 130, the latest one, so these two are kind of a bit more comparable, where this doesn't feel a massive ton quicker than that bike. But obviously if you were to go for the latest version of these bikes, I think they're like 180, 190 horsepower, so they must be ridiculously fast. But I think that this bike is kind of a little perfect middle ground, and obviously being a few years older, you can pick these up for a really good price. So yeah, it's a lot of bike for the money really, and it sounds absolutely awesome. I'm not 100% sure if maybe the owner has turned it off, but this bike does not have a quick shifter, which is a bit of a surprise, but it's something that I'm actually kind of happy about, as I think it does add to the riding experience a bit. Obviously you guys know I'm falling in love with my older sport bikes now, so I'm quite a fan of bikes with no quick shifter, and this bike you can just really let it sing. It's got such a little raspy tone to the 3-cylinder as well. It sounds awesome. This is kind of the perfect road for a bike like this, really. You know, it's not too much power, it's not too uncomfortable, but it still has really top of the line, you know, suspension, brakes and all that, so the brake feels phenomenal. It's also got a Promo Master cylinder, so that front brake feel is beautiful. And obviously with the amazing suspension this bike has as well, as you will see here, the handling is just as beautiful as anything. It doesn't kind of feel like you're sacrificing handling with it being a naked bike. It is incredibly nice to lean over and incredibly agile. Yeah, what a blast to ride this bike is on the road. This road is kind of perfect for it, really. Those auto blips sound amazing. Obviously it's not the loudest bike in the world, but when you get a bit slower with less wind noise, you do really start to hear it. Yeah, and it sounds so good. Love the sound of a triple. And just the feel of a Triumph in general, they always feel like such premium bikes. The build quality, I kind of said it already, but the build quality on Triumph is really nice. And you do feel that when you're riding it. It does feel like a premium motorcycle, which is a huge bonus. And this is what the beauty of naked bikes in particular, and this one is no exception, where they are such a Jekyll and Hyde bike, and that is why you're kind of seeing naked bikes take over in general. I've always had a few people say, I haven't been biking that long, but they used to say when you used to go to a bike night, it would just be only sport bikes, and nowadays it is mostly naked bikes, and there's a reason for that. They are just the perfect middle ground bike. Like I said, this bike and most other naked bikes, they're such Jekyll and Hyde characters. They're extremely sporty. This one in particular is a nice sporty naked bike. I'd say that's kind of the priority from Triumph. They want a sporty but usable bike, and that's what naked bikes do perfectly. They're so fun in twisties, and they don't really sacrifice too much of the handling, and obviously they're not quite at the same level, but you're not sacrificing too much. And then when you get into a town like this, the around town manners are beautiful. You're not uncomfortable, you're extremely comfy on the bike, you're not in pain. The fueling, everything, the throttle response, everything is just smooth, chilled and easy to get along with, and it kind of makes it a bit easier almost to kind of just chill out when you're going through a town. Yeah, and it's very pleasurable. And yeah, other bonuses about this bike: a fuel range. None of my bikes have fuel range, even my Tracer 9, which is a 2024, which is ridiculous because it's a Tourer. So having the fuel range is a nice bonus, especially for me when I'm a bit OCD about the fuel. It helps me panic less, I suppose, because I find I always end up filling up way too early. So this is a nice bonus, and the fuel light has come on, so obviously I will be giving this a full tank of fuel when I return it to its owner as a thank you. Do let me know. You know, I'm doing more and more of these first ride reviews, and I'm really enjoying doing them, so hey, get in contact with me. If you've got a bike and you want me to review it like this, don't hesitate to get in contact. Obviously, out of courtesy, will always be returned with a full tank of fuel. Oh, really sings. I love that tone of it. But obviously, you know, we do forget we are on a naked bike, but this is over a litre capacity, so pulling onto a motorway like this is an absolute walk in the park for this bike. Absolute breeze. And when you get on it, it's just chilled as anything, and you've even got cruise control, I forgot to mention. You've also got the heat grip, so it's a bit warm today, so I'm not going to bother with them, but you can turn them on if you wanted. Nice Subaru. But yeah, I haven't used it yet. I think you press once down, press again to set, and there you go. Speed is set at 63 miles an hour. You can plus there to increase the speed, or if you wanted, you can go down to decrease the speed on the toggle on the left here. So that's a very nice bonus if you want to be able to do long miles on this bike. It's good to know that it has that there. And it's perfect for roads like this. Kind of, you can take a bit of a step back, chill out, relax your body a bit more, and obviously just be slightly on guard if you have to slow down, or you know, someone to change the lane in front of you, or whatever you need to do. But yeah, in general, all I can really say about this bike is it is kind of just the perfect package on the road. And you will see me say that about a lot of naked bikes, but you can't argue the fact that these bikes are the perfect everything. If you can only have one bike in your garage, you'd be silly not to get something like this, because it just does a bit of everything really, and it does it all so well. So there we go guys, that will just about wrap up the video on this bike. Sorry the riding clips were a bit shorter, trying to kind of save the battery life for a few other things I've got to do today on the video. But yeah, what an amazing bike if you're looking at buying one of these, and in fact this one in particular I think is going to be going up for sale soon. So if you are interested in it, it's a cracking bike, perfect all-rounder, and some lovely bits on this. And as always guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what bikes you want to try and see me review next, and as always I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers guys.